Okay, so today's video is gonna be really intimate because I'm gonna tell you how we got pregnant. So if you watch our previous video here, I think, about why we waited 1 year to conceive, then you probably already know we waited 1 year to time our baby with the durian season. So basically we made this whole map of, durian season around Southeast Asia, and we decided that most optimal so that I get durian at all points of my pregnancy would be to make the baby at the end of July. And we're able to plan making the baby so precisely because my menstrual cycles are really regular. We have been tracking my period on a cycles app. I have considered tracking my period with thermometers and like table charts and watching the discharge, but to be perfectly honest, my period is so regular. It comes every 28 days, like on a Thursday at 4 o'clock. You could actually time the watch with my period, and I know my body so well that I actually know when I ovulate. I can tell it just by the spike in the hormones. Like, there's a spike in testosterone, which makes me feel really great, and then the vaginal fluids are different at that time of the month, if you like, and I can actually feel a little pain when I ovulate. So even without any tracking or any cycles, I could actually really predict within 2 days when I'm gonna be ovulating, even a year ahead. So we wanted to try for the baby at the end of July, but we got really excited because that would be most optimal for durian season. But we got really excited about it, and then we're like, come on, well, let's try 1 month earlier. And at the time we have just finished the Baosheng festival. We were living in a beautiful place that was more of a community playground. I don't know how you would say. There was a lot of people living there at the time, and it felt really good before, but when we were just about to make the baby, I felt like, hey, we really need to get a place of our own. I really wanted it to be just us in the time that we make the baby. So for that purpose, we got a small apartment in Penang, and that's where we made the baby, it seems. And we're really intentional about it. We knew and we felt that we were making the baby, and we really, put our intention into it. And it was a very, very beautiful, special time for us. And soon enough, and that's, I think my ovulation was actually 2 days earlier that month. It was not on the 14th day, it was on day 12, and we could actually, feel into it, and I knew it without, any kind of tracking. And surely enough, within 24 hours after that, we had a bedroom with a window where we would, close the curtains at night, and the curtains didn't quite close, and we had been sleeping there for quite a few days, and 24 hours after my ovulation, I saw this really bright star, a star that I've never seen before, and it was just so bright in my eyes that, well, it was blinding, and I felt like, well, that is the spirit of the baby. That is the sign that the baby is inside me. And surely enough, for the rest of the days, I could see that star, and no matter how much I tried to close the blinds, it was always staring at me. And I took that as a sign that, the baby is within me. But we knew instantly that I was pregnant because everything was different. The next day, that's 24 hours after conceiving, we went to a durian stand because, that's basically our diet in Penang. We're eating mainly durian, coconuts, and Champedak. And for the first time in my life, I smelled the durian. I was like, oh my god, I can't eat durian. It doesn't smell good to me. And that was very different because previously, even on the days that I didn't feel like eating durian, I would still participate in choosing the durian, smelling it out, nibbling it. I was a durian enthusiast, even if I wasn't eating durian that particular day. And at that point I was like, whoa, this durian is too much. The smell sensation was overbearing. Within the next few days, I got zits, you know, like pimples, here on the upper part of my cheek. And I've never had zits here. Even when I suffered from acne, it was on my back or here. But like, I never in my life had a zit here. So I knew there was some hormonal changes that, you know, my body's not the same. And probably the most telltale sign, other than like being really repulsed by durian, was that we usually go to sleep around 8 or 9 o'clock, which is really early. And that's worked for us just fine for so many years. And then suddenly, I started getting sleepy at 2 o'clock, and I mean really sleepy, like ready to, you know, not just take a nap, but close a day. And I was like, could that be the pregnancy? So with all these signs, we knew that I was pregnant. And of course, you know, once I missed my period, which was, you know, never even a day late before for years, we knew that Leo is inside, right? Yeah, it's been beautiful. So this is how we conceived. It was very moving. It was spiritual. It was very, very much intentional. We were very invested and, you know, conscious about making the baby in that place, in that time, with, you know, all our energies merged and put into it, and it was quite beautiful. Yeah, there's a white butterfly just flying underneath here. We often say that, you know, Leo's spirit is a white butterfly. I think that's a beautiful ending to the video. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you guys have any comments, any questions about it, please post below. I would love to answer that either in your comment section or in video form. Thank you so much. Mwah. Oh, baby daddy's here. Does he have durian? No durian? Will you have coconut?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello. What's you doing there?
Eating.